one, fire!
Welcome and good evening. This is the Anime Analyst SUS. I am your host, Thomas Fry.
And I'm your co-host Asnan Zedi.
And let me tell you, this Thursday feels like a Monday here at the office. Let me tell you, it has been Monday all day. Oh, you know what Mr. Main Host forgot to do? I forgot to bring up Mal and have that ready for all the information that we need to talk about the anime that we are going to talk about tonight. And I forgot to do that. So excuse me for 1 second. I have no notes on Chivalry of a Failed Knight. So let's see what we got here. Yep, that one's it. Alright, I got to the right one. Alright, it's a single season. It came out originally in fall of 2015, and it is a Sentai Filmworks done at Silverlink Studios and some of it at Nexus. It was sourced from a light novel, which we love those animes. The genre is an action fantasy romance ichi. And it is a theme, and they were calling this one themed school, which it is a school, and then urban fantasy. So, not sure what urban fantasy means. I just saw it now because obviously I failed doing my job tonight, but I'll have to look up what that means. And yes, we know that one is on. Thank you. And it's rated 17 for violence and profanity. Well, I mean, they are using swords and they are trying to cut each other down, so there is a little violence there. And I like your light where it was before. No, go back one. You're too dim. You got all of a sudden dim real quick. Sorry about that. It's got a score of 7.42, which is really good. It's ranked 2212, but it's got a popularity of 171, and we all know when popularity is under 500, cool beans. It's a good anime. There's almost 1 million members in the fan club. This is a good anime, no matter how you slice it. What's your first impression?
I think it was a really good, and I was just remembering like how Iki met Stella in the first episode when he saw her in the room and she was in her underwear. So the first thing he do, like he thought the best way is to get naked, so like he's even. So that was like
That was
that's a good.
definitely a cool way to answer that. You walked in on a girl. What are you gonna say? Well, I'll get naked with you. You really don't have much of a choice. But that was most, and I love it when the director goes, "See, valuable teaching moment." F student, A student, together. That don't make no sense at all, but it does, and it makes a big play into it later. She learns as much from Icky as he does from Stella. And it was done in 215, so we don't have to worry about giving away nothing at the end. But he asked her to marry her right in front of God and everybody at the end. I thought that was like the cool part. It shows the struggles that he's gone through with his family dumping on him, and we've all had that issue where at one time or another, I mean, they're your family, and that's why they use that word family, because you can't get rid of them no matter what, so they're your family. So everybody has times they don't get along, but what his family has done to him, is messed up. I mean, right from the beginning. And I tell you what, I have talent, but I also have learned that hard work will get it every time. Um, Maybe sometimes you're not meant to go a certain distance, so you can't take either a lack of talent or a lack of work, or if you do all the work and still don't get it, that's not down on anything. If anything, it's a plus that you even tried. I didn't start college till I was in my 40s. I mean, so there's no, you you just you don't ever give up. And this is, to me, this reminds me of the Rocky movies, don't it? I mean, he's a fighter. He is not no quitter. I mean, he's a badass, and he
And
ta-
the main thing is that he's self-taught. Like nobody teach him. Like he
yeah,
practiced and practiced, and I think he really have a cool skill where he can copy his opponent's move and then use them against them. Like you,
yeah.
how can you get safe from yourself? Like if you
And
have,
you know what, though? I love the story. I love the direction. I love the actors. I think they got the voices right with all of them. I can't really say nothing bad about it, but hey, we're review people, so we are going to say something bad about it anyway, because no anime is perfect. The restaurant scene where she puts that all over, that would never happen. I mean, come on. You got a serious anime here, and right in the middle, you're trying to throw some comedy in, but the comedy ain't funny. So, I mean, it was better comedic when they were in the mall and she's stripping down to give Shizuku enough time to pull, and she's got nerves of steel stripping down to her underwear in public. She should have had on the outfit she had on when Ikki walked into the room with her. That was less revealing than what she had on when she was at the mall when they took it over. And I love that. What was that one dude's name that got his ass handed to him by Ikki in the very first match? The dude was talking shit, and he beat up on him last year, a year before, because he knew he couldn't fight back, and was telling BS. I've dealt with that. I know what that's like. People that hype up the crap. Oh, wait a minute. And because I screwed up with the beginning, let me take a few seconds here and let me remind everybody, this is High Dive Week. We love doing High Dive Week here at Anime Analyst. And so let's start from the beginning on all the other stuff I missed in the beginning, because I forgot to bring up my notes. First, we got the fall 2024 season High Dive release. We got all 6 animes that are new to High Dive this year, or this season. We like most of them. High Dive usually doesn't mess around with too much junk. They're too small of a company to do that, so they got to be more picky and get the better animes. Tonight is Chivalry of a Failed Knight. I love this picture with them. That's why I used it on the poster on the side, but normally I show this right in the beginning and I missed, so I had to get my picture out there. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share us. We do this live for a reason, because anybody can make a review and do it in the studio where you've got all day. You can look up something when you forget a name. You can, I like to have a little fun, so I want to do it live because it puts the pressure on me. If I make a mistake, I'm doing it live. I'm looking like an ass in front of everybody, and sometimes it happens, but usually I'm on point, but I don't always get it. Don't forget, we got Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and we are currently on YouTube. We like those 4 mainly. I do little small reviews on individual episodes. I just put up a Rory tribute from
the gate.
what's her last name? It's from Gate, but sorry, I'm pulling a brain fart here. Um, Rory Mercury, that was her last name. See what I mean when you can't remember a name, and my memory's not the greatest anymore, but that's how much I love anime. But we put up tributes to that. We're working on an MF Ghost tribute video. We're gonna have that up. You can see them early on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. They won't be up on YouTube till the weekend because of how the YouTube posting does. If we throw a video, it's stupid. If you throw an extra video up, not at your regular time, then it'll just get shuffled and chucked off to the back, and we don't want that. So all our extra videos for YouTube, we can't load till the weekend. So Saturday, I got some videos to upload that we're going to be putting on YouTube. But you can get an early premiere to them by going to our Twitter page, and everything is at anime, and it's either -US or _US. When you type both those in, you're going to get something. And you can also check our, if you want the long addresses, they're in the description of every video that we make. Just scroll down a little bit, and where we get our animes from is on there, and where everything that we use for you guys is also on there, on everyone. And when we're reviewing an anime, all the information that I talk about in the beginning, so that way if you want to go back and look at how many, who produced it, stuff like that, all that's there. I always thought it's interesting when Japan puts it on, because Japan has one time zone. It's Japan Standard Time. And it's kind of interesting to see when these were aired, what time of day. And this was, probably because it's rated R, was 11 o'clock at night. It was at 2300 hours. But this thing has held on for 9 years of being that, and you know how many animes come out every week. I mean, this video has pulled the test of time. All the ones we're talking about this week have pulled the test of time. They are good, high-quality animes that are worth watching. And if you're broke and can't afford to go to High Dive, this is how you know they're not paying us. You can go to All Manga and watch them for free. But if High Dive, it's a lot easier. High Dive's got a pretty good system on, watching videos. Let me ask you something. Do you let the High Dive automatic system carry you through, or do you click on the next video when they pop up on the side for when you're watching something for the show?
No, I watch it on the next video because I don't want to wait for the autoplay to run.
Yeah, I get impatient too. I'm clicking on that sucker. The only problem is if you go back and watch it again, then you got to be careful because it'll throw you right to the ending on where you were. So I let them go into the closing, and sometimes I'll move the marker way over to the right, so that way the next time I watch, because I always watch them again. It'll start it at the beginning, because I was sitting there watching an anime one time, and I completed the anime. I was like in episode 12 in an hour and a half. And I'm like, what the? High Dive doesn't warn you. If you didn't watch that whole episode, it'll jump right to where you left off. And if you left off at the end from clicking on and skipping ahead, you end up having to backtrack every single one when it jumps. And that's a little annoying, but don't worry, I've already spoken my piece to High Dive about it. I've been watching High Dive and Crunchyroll and All Manga and Mal for years, so I use them all. So now that we went way over because I started getting into a few other things, we'll let you go and we'll get out of here for the night. But definitely check out Chivalry. Yeah, I can't say it right now. Chivalry of a Failed Knight. Ikki is worth checking out. Stella, Shizuku, Nagi, they do a great job. Everything is wonderful about this anime, so check it out. Tomorrow is Friday, so it is our last show for High Dive Week, and then we go back to our normal format. But looking at the responses we're getting from the videos, we're probably going to do High Dive Week more often because you guys are watching the High Dive Week videos, so we will definitely produce more of them for you. So don't be afraid to share a comment or bitch at us for not keeping the show the same length of time every day. But we'll see you tomorrow. You got anything else you want to add?
No, that's alright. I think it's there was the time.
So you definitely thumbs up on this video. All right.
Yeah.
We'll see you tomorrow.